Well, for some deeper analysis on this story and the context surrounding it, then France 24's international affairs commentator Douglas Herbert joins me on set. Hi, Doug. There's a lot of things that are striking about this story, but one of them is that it's really rather rare to hear about South Koreans being targeted in these types of immigration raids.
Yeah, it is rare. And it's rare to all of a sudden see the South Korean government, sort of taking an active role in reacting to all of this. A South Korean president could even potentially visit Washington himself to try to iron things out. Remember, the country is also right now negotiating very grueling negotiations with the Trump administration over tariffs. So there's a lot of other politics involved here. But yeah, a giant Hyundai plant with, according to the Korean government, it's 300 South Koreans who were detained. What is going on here? Koreans, and this is according to statistics actually from the Census Bureau, and they were 46, I believe, in the period up to September 30th, 2024. So we're talking last year, in a 12-month period, only 46 Koreans were involved in roundups by ICE and other federal agent immigration roundups, these types of roundups. 46 out of how many total in that year, in that 12-month period? 270,000. So I don't even know what the percentage is, 0.0001 or something, but it is infinitesimal. So it does bring into the question, so why this facility in Southeast Georgia? It's by far the largest, project of its kind, an electric vehicle factory. Most of the arrests, as that package pointed out, that report, were made at an adjacent site to the already existing electric vehicle factory. It's a site that is being built in a partnership with LG to build electric batteries for those vehicles. So there were a lot of construction workers. It's interesting to note that, 300 South Koreans were said to be among those detained, the 475 detained. The South Korean government, the Hyundai, is actually saying that it is not aware of any of its actual employees having been detained in those raids. So what they're implying is that there are subcontractors, other types of suppliers who may have engaged in practices which were a little below water, not above board, where, perhaps some illegals ended up on that site. The company says they want to investigate, find out. They say they try to uphold the strictest standards. But look, it comes back to optics, right? We often talk about it. And in these cases, part of a lot of Trump's agenda, whether it's immigration or any number of other issues, a lot of it, he's an entertainer, right? He plays to the optics. He plays to his audience. He likes big photo ops. This does project, whether you agree with the strategy or not, it projects an image of Trump, a tough guy delivering on his promise to deport illegals. So that there, you could say the optics, some people might say they're awful, but the optics from a Trump supporter's standpoint are very good. It shows that Trump is doing the job that he said he was going to do.
Speaking of the job that he said he was going to do, Doug, immigration enforcement was arguably the number one part of his agenda on the campaign trail and since he's taken office. So how does this particular raid then fit into the broader mass deportation campaign, and what does it mean for immigrants in the United States today?
Well, the first part of that, what does it mean? It is part of what I call the mass deportation agenda. And to say you're going to deport millions of illegal, undocumented immigrants is much easier said than done in the U.S. As Trump has seen, he's run into a lot of blowback, not just from city officials, state officials, but from courts as well, who have in some cases served injunctions. And there's been a lot of legal to and fro, back and forth. But what we have seen is, you're absolutely right, this is nationwide, right? Today's raid we're talking about, it's a giant one in Southeast Georgia. But we have seen farms raided. We've seen construction sites raided. We have seen restaurants raided. We've seen auto repair shops raided. We have seen particular types of places targeted, right? These in mostly Democratic-run cities. So we remember the big immigration raids back in early June 6th, which triggered protests, which in turn triggered the Trump administration in response to those protests against those raids, sending in troops, National Guard troops. We have seen troops and also deployed in Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, in that case to curb crime, as the Trump administration sees it. We've seen threats of escalating arrests in Chicago, where there's been really big blowback from the governor there as well. And outstanding, is it going to happen in Baltimore? Is it going to happen in Boston? Is it going to happen in New York City? Is it going to happen in even New Orleans, Trump has suggested? So Optics play a big role here, but the pattern is clear. This is about Trump trying to show that he is serious about cracking down on this, as he sees it, an epidemic of undocumented immigrants that are really jeopardizing the economic well-being of America and locking Americans out of jobs. And he is going to go for it. And whether the optics look good or bad to some of his critics, that is really, at the end of the day, the message. Immigrants themselves are left out high and dry a lot of the time. There's been a clear change in their behavior from a lot of reports. A lot of them afraid to go out, not going to places they used to go, not even sometimes going to just the grocery store. They send people who are residents or have cards, legal status, to go get their groceries for them.
Douglas Herbert, thank you very much, as always, for that context and analysis.